All right, everybody, how y'all doing? And welcome back to Round and Round, episode 14. What I'm going to do here in this episode here is give you the latest of what's been going on in tech news. If you missed it, and you have not been, keeping up with it, I'm gonna go ahead and give you the latest that's been going on, and let y'all go ahead on and read the articles. After I'm done doing that, then y'all decide what is best in these articles. If you want to post your comments below. If I miss something you want me to talk about, let me know, and I'll go ahead on and get on it, read the story, and I'll go ahead and post it to you. After I've done reading and understanding it, I'll give you the correct information and correct output of what I think of it. Alrighty, let's get right into it. Article number 1. Alrighty, Microsoft Windows 11 24 H2 issues just keep getting worse and worse and worse. Now, this is causing, after the update, everybody bought the new Z890 motherboards using the new Ultra 5, Ultra 7 CPUs, which are the Arrow Lake, the 1851 on the 1851 motherboards. Arrow Lake is only used on that motherboard, and that hopefully, Intel, if you're listening, that will be the last upgrade of everything, because we're getting sick and tired of junking systems. This is with all manufacturers, AMD and Intel. We are getting tired of junking PCs at y'all expense, and y'all not reimbursing our money when we go out there and buy that nice good $1,100 system or $1,200 system or something even smaller that fits your range. But anyway, this issue just getting worse and worse, and Microsoft, y'all really need to get it together. Y'all rush the operating system out that have massive amount of errors. These errors are dealing with the PCIe lanes. Someone had updated the BIOS using the new motherboard, so they updated the BIOS, installed Windows 11 as they was getting into content creation or doing whatever they was doing. It gave them the blue screen. Now, normally it's not the blue screen though, where you go ahead and get the your QR code to scan and the sad face. It is the blue screen. I trust me, 80 times plus I received that there, and I was on Windows 10, upgrade to Windows 11. As I'm getting into doing office clerical work like budget lists, expense report list, or I could probably doing a little quick video, I get the blue screen. Now, what that happens is that my PCIe lane shuts down, which is known as the read logger error. That shuts your PCIe lanes down. It shuts your M.2 lane down. It shuts your GPU lanes down. Everything gets shut down on that, doesn't it stop working. So you have to reboot, go into system event viewer, look at your event viewer. You probably see about 25 to 30 read logger error issues. That's the issue that we are having when we upgrade to Windows 11. Occasionally times, out of the 4 times I installed it, out of 80 shutdowns, just unexpected shutdowns. I could be into the middle of doing a 10-minute video. It probably happened to you. You probably doing a 10-minute product presentation and your monitor shuts down. Automatically got the blue screen. That is due to the fact of that the PCIe lanes shuts off due to the issues that is going on in Windows 11 that Microsoft program developers have not fixed. It keep on coming, and I had enough of that. So I say, you know what? Let me continue using Windows 10. Even though we got 1 year to use Windows 10, if it comes down to the end of life in October 2025, oh well, I just moved to Cinemate Linux software OS. The OS runs great. I ran it. I just need to go ahead and do some coding update issues with that. Find the right good source for that, and go ahead on and do the coding fixes to go ahead on and have the programs to readjust my screen using the AMD GPUs. That's the main thing. Even though we are on Arrow Lake motherboards now, the new motherboard, the Z890s, they have issues with. It's crashing. Microsoft, y'all need to fix this issue before the end of life of Windows 10 comes around the corner. Now, if the CEO of Microsoft listening, my thing is keep Windows 10, keep Windows 11. Don't come up with no more ridiculous operating systems, because Microsoft, I'm going to be realistic with you. Y'all suck at that. Moving on to the next story. It is official. The launch of the Ryzen 7 9800X3D is on November 7th. Get an official price cut for the holidays because these will be going on sale on the holidays if you already updated to the new 800 series motherboard. So if you update to the new 800 series motherboard, then you got it on the sale. That's good luck. These CPUs are launched on November 7th. And that's good. That's good. This here CPU is going to have 8 cores. And you got the other one, the 99X3D with 16 cores, as well as the 9050X3D. So those two screws, the 9900X3D, should be released soon, but they say, hey, we're going to release them November 7th. Let's go ahead on and do some tests on them, and etc. etc. Jack Hainu said the legends are, and you can follow him on Twitter. I'll be putting his Twitter information is right here. Jack M. Hainu. Legends are written by those who dare to be bold. Hello, next gen X3D. Will this be the gaming CPU y'all been waiting on? Will this be your last upgrade? AMD, will this be your last processors y'all make? Because we don't need no more hardware. I've been saying that there over 1,000 times for the past 3 years. We do not need no more hardware because we get tired of upgrading our systems. Oh, we just bought this new CPU. Oh, this new CPU coming, so you got to jump the CPU and pay $300 something or $400 and something for plus tax, bring it up to roughly about $400 something and some change to $500 something and some change. So y'all need to go ahead and make your minds up and say, hey, is this it? Is this it? And there are the prices when they launch. November 7th. The AMD Ryzen 9 9950X MSRP is $659. MSRP is $599. These are the ones that's on the market now. These here has very, very bad IPC issues. It didn't have the IPC uplift that we was expecting. So with this gaming CPU, because AMD only specialized in gaming and productivity, you would get like maybe a minus 4% jet lag on these CPUs here. So now also know if you upgraded to the new motherboards and you still rocking the 600 series motherboard, there is a BIOS update to increase the thermal design power of these chipsets to 105 on the Ryzen 7 9700X, as well as the Ryzen 5 9600X. So yes, there's a power uplift for that increases it from 65 watt thermal design power to 105 watt if you want to use it. If you're not power hungry and you say my system is fine running at 65 watt thermal design power, then don't worry about that BIOS update. Moving right along. Alrighty, it is official. The price points of the new Intel Ultra CPUs. And one thing I like about it, and one thing I love about Intel is very well spot on with giving you the IPC performance they need in their CPUs, as well as you don't need that much power under the hood just to run. Some of y'all like to go Nova with these CPUs, cranking everything up, overclocking. But if you find running everything at 125 watt thermal design power, then you are good. Now, start with the baby. The Core Ultra 5 2400KF is 14 cores and 14 threads. So that is 1 core per thread. And yes, Intel is right. You don't need no 20 cores and 40 threads. You don't need no 20 cores and 48 threads on the Ryzen on the Ultra 9. Just keep it simple. Keep it basic. Now, when Nadia from Tech Testers, I love her channel, tested them out, you will get good performance in video editing and rendering. It is there for that. Gaming at 1080p and 1440p, these CPUs will match that. Now, if you have a high-end monitor, such as a 4K monitor, you will get a low between 120 FPS to maybe 90 FPS in certain game title gameplay. I'll be putting her video link in the description below so you can understand her chart numbers and understand where she was going at with, and making you understand the FPS in gameplay. But one thing about Intel always think out the box. Not everybody play video games. Like me, I don't wake up in the morning, no 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and the first thing come to my motherfucking mind is I got to sit down here and play Call of Duty 6. No, that don't come to my mind. What comes to my mind is starting my day right. Stock quotes, a little video editing, a little video filming. You know, that's it. Not playing video games. That is not my forte. I think that is ridiculous. To have a nice, good processor just built for gaming. So, yes, Intel is on the right level with these Ultra CPUs. Now, the price point, as you see, I'm going to go over in the Ultra 5 24KF is $294. The Ultra 5 24K is 14 cores, 14 threads is $309. And the Core Ultra 7 265KF is same thing, 20 cores, 20 threads. Just like I said, is $379. The Ultra 7 265K is $394, and the big baby of them all, the Ultra 9. And I love the new name. This is starting off of the i9s, the i7, and the i5s. Now, I wish they had the Ultra 3, but they deteriorating from that. If you want to still use the i3s, you have to get them on the later models, the 10th gen, 11th gen, 12th gen, and that's it. They may have some for the 14th gen and the 13th gen, but other than that, these CPUs are here to stay, and I like where they're going at with it. You got your boost clock, so you can boost it up with a permanent thermal design power of 125. The Ultra 9 285K is at $589. That's the top tier level right there. So if you're at the top tier level, you are good to go. Other than that, there's nothing wrong with it. These CPUs are here to stay. And as it's saying, it's pretty much based on the 14th gen, the last gen, which was the Raptor Lake. But these new CPUs could only be used on the LGA 1851s, and I guess they could probably come out with the Ultra 3, the Ultra 4, the Ultra 5, the Ultra 6. So yeah, this is a new code name for Intel. I like where they're going at with it. And just like I said, you don't need that much power to do anything. And right now, if I'm sitting down here on this new board here, since I'm on the Core Ultra 7 265K, I'm a retro gamer, so yes, this worked for me. I don't have to crank up the heat. I don't have to go in Nova mode, which is volcano mode. I can keep it regular, put a nice, comfortable 180 thermal design power CPU cooler on it, and it's gonna keep this baby cool for years to come out. So that's a good thing. Next story. As y'all know this, y'all waiting for it. The next gen of GPUs, which is the RTX 50 series. Y'all waiting on it. Y'all just can't get your hands on one. And that's the next generation of it. It's not too much coming on because they're supposed to release these here at the end of the year, early of next year in Q1. So they still working on it. Now these new GPUs called the Blackwell is supposed to go ahead on to give you the AI formality of the chip. These GPUs will be pushing between January 7th through 10th. We'll deliver a keynote in January 6th at 6:30 p.m. The NVIDIA GeForce RTX 50 series is rumored to launch at CES, which will be January 6th at 6:30. So, who won it? Now, my thing is how much they're going to cost. And my thing is that these GPUs will be high. Now, we all know the RTX 40 series, which is the 4090, came in a price whopping range of $1,999 at the 2K mark. Yes, that's at the 2K mark with change. My thing is, these CPUs, the RTX 5090 is going to be running from $2,500 to $3,000, and the RTX 5080 will be in that range of $24.99 or $23.99 till about $2,400 to $2,500. Yes, these GPUs will be costing. Now, I heard that the RTX is going to have a whopping VRAM of 32 gigabytes, and the RTX 5080 is going to have a whopping VRAM of 28 gigabytes. We won't know, sorry viewers, we won't know until they launch next year. You will get the keynotes on January 6th at 6:30 p.m. And you cannot go wrong with that. Last story, and I hate to show y'all this. This goes for people like me who love using the Gen 3 M.2s. One, they was cheap. Two, they was more productive. They couldn't stay on the market. And it's coming to the end of life. Now, the reason why they're going to go ahead and end the life is that they're moving on with PCI Gen 4, which is still around. PCI Gen 4 M.2 is not going nowhere because PCI Gen 4 you also could buy it on the latest new motherboard. You have that PCI 5.0 lane and you have a PCI 4.0. So yes, they're not going nowhere. That's the main reason why this is at the end of life of the Gen 3 M.2s, because they're moving on to PCIe Gen 4 and PCIe Gen 5. Sometimes I'm hearing rumors, but I want to hear news. I'm hearing rumors that there might be a PCIe Gen 6 M.2 coming out real soon, sometime next year. So I'll keep y'all posted on that. If it is anything that said rumor this, rumor that, I do not talk about rumors. I can care less about that. That's just to go ahead and get the audience hyped. So I was like, oh, we could do this. Oh, we could do that. Oh, let's get the crowd hyped. I don't believe in that foolishness. I want to give you real news, real stories, and it's right here. Alrighty. That will conclude all the topics I talked about of Ron and Ron, episode 14. In episode 15, I'm going to go ahead and give you a little bit of me and the things that's been going on with me and my systems as well. Main topic is why I like using old hardware again. Everybody still keep asking that question. One person I had did the unboxing of a motherboard. Please make sure that the motherboard has a USB 3.0. I'll be explaining that as well too in episode 15. Just a little talk of me, and that will conclude Ron on Ron episode 14. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.